Hello everyone, this is Greg and welcome to this Minecraft build tutorial. In this episode we're going to create a grand modern mansion. This modern mansion has a wraparound porch along with a wraparound second level balcony, as well as two enormous floors with vaulted ceilings and marvelous interior designing. This mansion also has plenty of exterior lighting along with ample interior lighting. This mansion is an enormous project, however it follows a similar pattern throughout the house, so it's easier than it looks. This build is broken down into 10 steps, and without further ado, let's start the build. Also, here's a quick little side note. The base of this modern mansion is roughly 29 by 20 blocks wide, and it is 11 blocks tall. These dimensions are helpful if you're building a neighborhood and need to know how close you can build next to another house. Step 1. The first step will be to create the walls for the center of the house. To do this, first make a 19 by 10 rectangle out of quartz blocks. Then at the left corner of the house, add 9 blocks to the base, so the height of the total column is 10 blocks tall. Then we can move over 3 spaces, and from this column we can make another column. And this column is the same height as the previous one. Add 9 blocks so the total height is 10 blocks tall. Then we can move over another 3 spaces, and on the third space make another column. We can do this until there are 7 columns at the front of the house. Then we can carry this same pattern all the way around the house, moving over 3 spaces and making a column on every third space until we reach back where we started. Then we could fill in the second row up all the way around the house. We can also fill in the 6th row. And then lastly, we can fill in the 10th row all the way around the house. Step 2. Next we can work on the doorways and installing the windows. Let's start at the front door. Remove the center column. The center column is the 4th column over from both sides. Then we can also remove the center column in the back of the house as well. Then for the front door, we can add quartz blocks 3 blocks wide and 2 tall. Then we can add a dark oak door in the center of the second block back. Then we can add a ring of black stained glass blocks around the door. Next, we can move forward a space and fill in the 3 open spaces in the wall with glass blocks. Then for the back door, we can add a door in the center. Then place black stained glass blocks around the door. And this time we can use black stained glass panels for the sides. Then we can fill in the window openings with black stained glass panes. Then in the center of the back of the house, we can remove the center quartz beam and match the doorway below. Add a door in the center, and then add a ring of glass blocks around the door, then glass window panes on the sides. Then we can resume filling in the window openings. Step 3. Next we can install the first floor. Use oak wood planks and install the first floor flooring. Step 4. Next, let's work on the staircases in the second floor. To make the first staircase, place 2 stairs in the second block over from the front of the house. Then continue up until we reach the court crossbeam. Then we can repeat for the other side. To refresh, start the stair at the second block over. And continue the staircase upwards until we hit the quartz crossbeams. Then we can install oak planks. Make sure to leave headroom for the staircase. And then we can also add a glass safety railing along the top. Then once the floor is installed, we can go back and add in detail under the stairs. Place upside down stairs under the ones that are already installed. Then we can do the same for the other side. Step 5. Next, let's work on the front porch. Install stone brick blocks 3 blocks wide, all the way around the house. Then we can install stone stairs beneath the front and back doors. Step 6. Next we can make the columns that support the second level balcony. Start at the right corner of the house and make a column 10 blocks tall. Make sure this column starts diagonally out from the corner of the stone porch. Then use upside down quartz stairs and make a border that wraps around the top of the column. Then place right side upstairs at the bottom. Then at the 6th block up, wrap upside down stairs around the column. And then we can move on to the second column. Make sure this column is lined up with the third column over on the house. And then we can make another column, but this time make sure the column lines up with the third crossbeam over from the left side of the house. And then we can make another column at the corner. And 2 more columns in the back. Step 7. Next we can work on the second level balcony. Use quartz slabs and connect the columns all the way around. Then line the inside perimeter with quartz slabs. And then we can fill in the center walkway with oak planks. And then we can add a glass railing all the way around the edge of the balcony. Step 8. Next, let's work on the roof. To create the balcony roof, use quartz slabs and fill in between the columns up to the edge of the house. Then once filled in, we can knock out a few sections for lighting. From the right side of the house, move over 5 spaces and back 3 spaces, and then remove a 2x5 section, and fill this section with sea lanterns. Then from the left side of the house, move over 5 spaces and back 3, and make another 2x5 opening. And we can fill this with sea lanterns as well. We could do the same for the back. As well as for the other back corner of the house as well. Then we can finish the roof by laying a 1-block inner perimeter of quartz blocks. Then lay down stone brick stairs on top of the quartz blocks all the way around the house, and then fill it with sea lanterns. Step 9. Next we can work on the landscaping. I'm going to use oak leaves for the bushes and wrap around the house. However, you can landscape the way you prefer. Step 10. Lastly is the interior, and I'll leave this completely up to you, but however, as always, I'll quickly show you how I did mine. On the right side of the house is a kitchen. Then there's a little entrance area where the rooms merge together, and there's also access to the back porch here. Then from there is a bathroom. And upstairs is a study room. And then we have access to the second level balcony. Then heading back inside, we head into the master bedroom. And there's a double bed and a full-size dresser. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions about the build or would like to leave some feedback, I would love to hear it. Also, make sure to subscribe because I create building tutorials just like this one every week. I'll catch you in the next one. Later, guys. Previously on Greg Builds, we built 20 different styles of beds, ranging from king-size beds, bunk beds, canopy-style beds, loft beds, raised platform beds, and many other unique sleeping areas. Make sure to check these designs out. Later, guys.